Hi, everybody. How are you? This is Jim Prusak from the Pain PT. Good to see everybody today. And I'm here to share information about these conditions in your body, these health conditions, these somatic symptoms that people have. And we're looking at them from a different angle here, an angle that a lot of people don't understand, don't take. And it's not their fault. It's because of our society and the way our medical system is set up that we basically treat any somatic physical symptom as from a physical cause. So today's talk is, are you looking at and treating and working with your condition from a physical angle, or are you looking at it and working with it and treating it from an emotional, stress-related angle? And this is really important because we need to be clear, first of all, what's the cause of your symptom? And then off of that, just like anything else, we have the treatment for whatever is the cause. We have a treatment for the cause. And when we have these chronic conditions in the body, or even acute conditions that can arise from stress and emotion, it's not always clear to many people what's causing it. But our first inclination is always to go physical. We think physical, which isn't a bad idea. We want to rule out anything that is traumatic or severe or dangerous or serious that could be contributing to the symptom. So we go to the doctor, we go get checked out. Many times we'll go to a few different practitioners. And what we're wanting to know, is there anything here that makes sense from a physical structural level that's causing this? And if there is, it should be treatable. It should be something you can treat. And usually time takes that away. Time takes that away. Okay. The body heals in time. There's a timeline there. You break a bone, you sever a ligament, tear a muscle. There's a timeline the body will heal. Now, many people have chronic conditions. They have conditions persisting past 3 or 6 months. They're termed chronic somatic symptoms. These type of things now start to get into murky water where we're thinking they might not be physical anymore. The timeline of the body has passed where most physical stuff starts to heal or improve or get better. And now we want to start looking at some other factors, which again are the emotions in the brain level, the brain and nervous system level. And this is where, again, there's such a misunderstanding and there's a lack of education, lack of knowing in our society that our emotions can cause physical symptoms. It just seems to be a huge divide. There's sort of a gap there. People don't realize or know that this is what happens. And it blows my mind because emotions are feelings, right? That we use interchangeably those two words. What's a symptom? A symptom is also something you feel in your body. A physical symptom is a feeling in your body. A physical symptom is not a thought in your head. An emotion is actually not a thought in your head either. You might say, I'm angry or I'm scared, but that because I feel, you say, I feel scared, or I feel angry, I feel that way. Well, how do you feel it in your body? What's representing that feeling? So emotion is a feeling just as much as a symptom is a feeling. And the key we're talking about today is, how are you treating, focusing on addressing these somatic symptoms? Are you doing it from a physical way, or are you doing it from an emotional way? And that's my point today, is that once we know that this is emotional, not physical, meaning it's called TMS. Dr. Sarno, if you don't know him, Dr. John Sarno coined the term. It's more readily known now as PPD, psychophysiologic disorder. These are somatic symptoms originating from the brain and the nervous system. So the treatment and focus needs to be on that, not on the body anymore, not on the physical symptoms. That will lead you astray. And many people go there first, and they go there for long periods of time until they eventually come to the emotional world, come to the world of stress and the brain and the nervous system. So how are you looking at your condition? Again, is the diagnosis TMS, PPD? If it is, then we do not want to treat this from a physical angle anymore, because that's not the cause. We're trying to treat this from an emotional angle, looking at our emotions, looking at our history, looking at our life, all the way back to childhood, and seeing what's going on here. What are the patterns? What are the programs? What are the things that I operate from my personality? What happened? When did the symptoms start? What was going on? You want to put all these pieces together and then start addressing your emotions. Start looking at it from that angle and thinking about it psychologically, not physically. You want to think about this psychologically, not physically, which means what? It means physically we're fine. We can go back to doing whatever we've stopped. And that's really important that we gradually and progressively do that, because that will also show the brain and teach the brain that these things aren't dangerous. And it takes down one of your emotions, which is anxiety. Okay, and I use the word anxiety and not fear because anxiety is a false fear, a false danger. It feels exactly like fear, but it's not, because there's no true danger or true threat happening. Okay, but it takes down that emotion as we start to challenge and expose ourselves and get back to things we haven't been doing. We're going to overcome some anxiety. So, guys, where's your focus? It needs to be on emotions and on stress, not on physical symptoms, not on the physicality, physical treatment so much, because that leads you astray. It leads you back into the physical world, which is not the cause here. I know it's very hard for people to understand this because, again, of our medical system is not, hasn't been taught, and it doesn't teach us to look for emotions and emotional stress in our system that cause very real symptoms, very real and debilitating symptoms at times. So let's keep our focus on the emotions, not the physical symptoms, the emotions, okay, the psychological world. I'm going to keep redirecting you back for all of you that are here listening, for all of you that have been treated physically for a long time and nothing seems to be working. Look at your history, look at everything. Do you have TMS? Do you have PPD? If you don't know, then reach out to me or another practitioner, get an assessment done, look at your history and see what makes sense. Then you can start, or you can incorporate the approaches here from that level, from the psychological level, to start making some progress. The last thing I'll say about this is I mentioned earlier how physical injuries and physical conditions typically go away in time as the body heals or you get the right medicine or treatment. Emotional injuries, emotional type stuff do not go away. That's the difference. Okay, so they can carry forward with you or get reactivated in you at any time. It's like somebody who had a PTSD or traumatic event, they can still be having issues years later, right? It doesn't matter that 20 years has passed or so forth. So it's not the same as a physical injury. These things leave a mark in the brain. And then at the brain level, the brain has been altered or changed. And so it may be processing things differently. And so we need to work at that level to look at these things that may have imprinted the brain or caused the brain to produce these symptoms in the body. So that's really important to understand that physical injuries heal, but not all emotional injuries heal, or emotions don't necessarily go away in the same way that physical injuries automatically go away. We may have to do some work here to look at this stuff and address what's happening. All right, everybody, let's make it a great day. If you like the channel, or if you like what I'm offering or like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps the channel to reach more people. This is not mainstream medicine. So the more people I can reach, the better. The more people can learn and understand that, yes, your emotions, your stress, your history, not your medical history, your psychological history can have a profound impact on producing very real somatic symptoms in your body. That this is the truth, and this is what is happening for a good number of people out there who are not getting helped through physical treatments. All right, everybody, take care. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.